I know that a lot of people probably have questions in regards to this, and I did a lot of research online. It's actually really hard to find details in order to remove any harmonic balancer, and especially on a car like this, which is so much older. This is a 1HZ. This is a short wheelbase 40 series Landcruiser. As you see, the condition on this was very rough. As you can see, a lot of rust. I took the radiator out on this, and as you guys can see as a close-up, there was a lot of rust here. The car wasn't having any issues. It was driving fine when I started with the build, but at the same time, after seeing the radiator and seeing the conditions on this, I'm swapping the radiator, swapping all the hoses, and I'm going to remove the harmonic balancer. I'm in the process of doing. This has been a mission. I have broken a breaker bar, 600 mil one, and I tried with the impact gun. It wouldn't work. A lot of people say try heat. That also didn't work. So I opted and had to actually buy. I went on a marketplace hunt in order to find this puppy. So it went from this little guy that, and then it landed on this guy. And this actually has a lot of power, and it was on 1 didn't remove it, on 2 didn't remove, but at the 3 it made it work. As you see, I had to use, I tried with this one before, bought this as super cheap, but according to everything that I read online, this is not heavy enough. So I went and got the Milwaukee one, and holding both of them, you can actually feel that the Milwaukee, even for something this small, you can feel the difference when you're holding one on one hand and the other in the other hand. So on level 3, I was able to remove it, and I don't even have the strongest battery. I only did it with the 5.0. Like I said, I tried everything. You guys can watch it on the videos, and I ended up having to buy everything. I try to keep everything OEM that I can find. It's hard for these cars, but harmonic balancer, bought a new one. This will go on the inside. I bought all the nuts and bolts that you need. Also, you're gonna have a seal. I buy everything from these guys, good state. And also, the main thing is you can see here the difference. This is what it's supposed to look like, and that's what it looked like. So a lot of rust, but you see the thread, even this being a 40-year-old car, the thread was still pretty good in it. Probably had Loctite, that's why it was actually so hard to remove. So I'm replacing this one with this one. One thing that I want to touch base on is also, that was a very difficult, is if you don't have the tool and the engine is actually in the car, it's hard to get a pry bar in there in order to make this stop spinning. So I saw it online that a lot of people are using a belt and they loop it around this pulley, loop it halfway, and that doesn't spin when they try to crank it over. I didn't have a belt on this because it only has the alternator 2 single belts, and they're very thin. So I couldn't make it work in order for it to lock it into place with those thin belts, and I didn't want to ruin them because they're actually new. So what I did here, I used the ratchet strap, pretty much put it on this side in order to keep it as safe as I could, wrapped it around, and then went the opposite direction through the inside, went around it twice, and I went down under the vehicle, and then I pulled it back here. It's a very ghetto setup, but it worked. Pulled it back here towards the back, and that's hooked into the rear bumper, and I ratcheted it down so it's nice and tight. So what that's doing, it's actually creating traction this way. So when you try to spin it this way, it catches. And the more you spin it, the more it catches. I might have to cut this off. I'm going to try to take it off now with you guys on video. It worked. It stopped. Another option is to put it in 5th gear. But the problem is I have the vehicle in stands, and I don't really want to mess around with that. But this works fine. So if you're trying to remove your harmonic balancer, send me a message. I'll send you a video, or just watch this video of me undoing it, and you'll be able to see how everything is strapped and how everything is looped around. I'll put the gloves on just to try to be safe, and try to make this quick so we can actually do it in one video. I'll unhook it from here as safely as I can. But like I said, you can buy these for probably like $15. Better than ruining the belt. And you don't need to film this, honey. It's just me unhooking this. So better than you ruining good belts on the car, this is an option. I'm not saying this is the best option. I'm also not a mechanic. I have never done this before, just letting you guys know. So I'm just a guy giving it a crack, trying as best as I can to make this work. So see, I looped it that way, and then I went behind her. Is this safe? I'm not sure, but there's really not much that can happen because that's not going to spin fast. Whatever tool you're using or however you're doing it, it's not going to spin too fast. And if you hooked it on this side, it would have been pretty safe for you to try and do it. Just keep filming close here, honey, so they can see how it's looped around. So see, and it loops behind, and again, behind again, and that one just goes over the top. So I'll do it in a way that you guys can see it. We'll put this, so I'll see I hooked it there on the chassis, tried to stay away from the brake lines, and then I went over the top, under it, obviously tuck it in as best as you can, and I go behind it. I looped it obviously twice, behind it again, behind it one more time, and then the third time I went down. So as you can see there, even if you just do it once, as soon as you wrap it back here and you go in the opposite direction, as you see, it catches that. So just an idea for you guys trying to do the harmonic balancers at home. I know that a lot of times too, especially in Australia, a lot of the shops are closed on the weekends. For me, Sundays are the times that I have to work in the car. So if the shop is closed and I don't have any friends nearby that could give me a hand, this was the option that I had. Even though I got a lot of offers and a lot of tips in order to get it, take it out, because I posted on YouTube me breaking it. Thank you everyone that offered the help. Marketplace had to be the one in order to buy the big dog. But yeah, now I'll try to remove it. We'll film it with the harmonic balancer. It's a crimping tool that you put it in, screw it, and it pushes it back. So hopefully that works out.